right, the activity that I've created is called the round table. Really? Alright, Smart, come on. I know that I don't have a phone in front of me doing this, but...
15 seconds goes by so...
Give him like
Okay.
Alright, let's start.
Alright, you can start over again. Start over.
Right. We
Take
good?
two.
Yeah.
Smart?
Go, you only got 3 seconds.
I haven't started talking
The
yet.
round table.
Alright, let's start now. The activity that I've created is called the round table. Like I said, I'm not really a fan of the title, but it's what I have. Essentially, it's a team building exercise that attempts to nurture individual interests in a community environment called unions, which we will get to a little bit later. What is your passion? Now, everybody has deep interest in something, but sometimes the expression of it or the realization of that interest may not come out as naturally as one might think. Now, this system would be based around attempting to extract that interest with 3 different types of people who this would target. First is those who don't know what they're passionate about, and this could result in a few different factors, like the lack of exposure to various different areas, or the willingness to immerse themselves into anything beyond that superficial level. Those who don't know how to express their true interests, from whether it's introversion, lack of resources, or embarrassment. For example, I really don't express to a girl on first date that I haven't watched countless hours of anime. Those who do know, but just don't. These ones who don't really express their true interests, and the factors could be they're unwilling to expand to a close community that they may already be a part of. Now, essentially, this would be a way of bringing these 3 personality types together, and this would be through essentially community blogging. But that is only sort of. We are losing there. A lot of people think that blogging can be a very, very daunting task, especially since you're doing it all on your own, whether you don't feel you have enough material, not enough time, or know-how, or not even enough motivation, according to the experts. That's where the round table comes in. Now, this methodology can help anyone get over the anxiety of thinking they have to do everything on their own. Some thrive in solo environments while others reach their full potential in a group setting. This tries to marry the 2 of them. That's where it comes to the union, and that's the core of this project. The union consists of 10 coworkers or friends who happen to fit within one of the 3 classifications that were mentioned earlier. They are all willing to do their part, but just were not prepared to do it all on their own. One of the big ones is commitment that goes into being part of the community. The site will be posting every 3 days. Therefore, each person will only have to post once a month. So there's not that huge commitment to it. The next is quality. Since you personally will be only posting once a month, you have plenty of time to work on that post. Devoting only a couple hours a week to the sufficient amount of time to create a quality post, and you are confident in having everything to read. Remember, you can do it on anything. Collaboration. One way in which the team building activity is through collaboration. Not only will you be a contributor, but you can help on the aesthetics as well. If you don't know how to manipulate a website aesthetically, you will learn from one of the other 9 people who do. The engagement. Since you are only posting once a month, you are obligated to at least comment or share on all the other posts that will be happening every 3 days. Motivation. Does eerily look like Phil. There are 9 others who will be helping you out, but really a lot of people don't get very motivated on their own. So you have 9 others to help you motivate, and you don't want to really let the other 9 down. Team building. Now you have the ability to potentially peer to the minds of your coworkers when they're alone with their thoughts. Well, at least this sounds a little weird, but you're essentially being exposed to somebody on a different level that you may have never previously exposed. Now, exposure. This is where the Rule 10 comes into play. Every one of the contributors is obligated to gain at least 10 followers. So if you have 10 followers and 10 contributors, now all of a sudden you are at 100 followers of this entity that you were creating. Expansion. Ideally, one of those 100 people will want to do it in their setting. 1% of all your followers then creates a union on their own. You would like to ideally get to 10 unions that creates 1,000 followers that are moderately engaged and 100 people who are highly engaged. And then it goes back to the theory of 1,000 true fans, which I won't get into because that's a whole other issue. Now, why should you join? It's something, the feeling of accomplishment that you're finally creating something that you might have not previously done, among a few other things. Is really the end? Whether it's an idea or a good idea, whether this idea is good or bad is not really the issue. It all comes down to we consider success, which is a relative term, and you are actually going out and doing something which chances are you might have not been doing previously.
Oh.